Hi, guys, and welcome to the Achievement Diggers podcast. This week we have your host, me, Patrick, and we have Danielle.
That's where you say hi.
Hey! Sorry, my computer lagged out for a sec.
We have Sandy.
Hello.
We have Daniel.
How's it going?
And returning once again, we have Robert from The Bad Spawn.
Hey, what's up?
So, how's everyone's week been?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
My
Rainy.
week- Sorry, I'll let everyone else finish first and then I'll start sucking my own dick.
I think that was everyone.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Cool.
Suck away.
I actually had a pretty good week. We actually, at Bad Spawn rather, we had a milestone in that we hit our 1 year anniversary on the 20th of August.
Nice.
Woo.
We've been talking into your iTunes and putting dumb videos on your YouTubes for 1 year and a day as of this recording.
Talking of
Yay.
iTunes, we're going to try and get the Achievement Diggers podcast officially onto iTunes over the next coming weeks.
Cool.
So if you people want to tune in there, feel free to tune in there.
That's very exciting.
That's cool.
There's a
I know.
carrot for you, listeners.
So, guys, what games are you looking forward to coming at the end of the year?
All of them? Is that
At
a
the-
legitimate answer?
At the end of the year, I'm only waiting a couple of weeks for fucking Destiny.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
that's coming
Destiny.
out soon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like the 9th of September, yeah.
Played the beta.
Yeah.
And
I don't know,
it
I'm
was
not getting it.
incredible.
I played the
18 days.
fucking shit out of the beta. I am fucking spewing though that we can't carry our characters over from the beta to the full game because I had
Yeah.
a fucking dope fully leveled warlock with a bunch of sweet loot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the main games I'm looking forward to is Legend of Zelda Monopoly. Come on, guys, like I pre-ordered that because they got an EB
Move
Games.
over Far Cry 4 and the Master Chief Collection. Legend of Zelda Monopoly.
I'm gonna make
I must say I do agree with that. I am a big fan of Legend of Zelda and I am a big fan of Monopoly.
That actually does sound pretty
Mm.
amazing.
I'm gonna put my foot down and say it's gonna be way better because in Australia it's actually $20 cheaper here than America.
Oh.
Suck it,
That's...
America.
But then it's like $50 shipping.
Well, no, I'm getting it through EB Games. EB
Oh,
Games
nice.
has got it coming up for like $78, and I checked
Damn.
Amazon, and it was going to be like $98 over there, and I was like, well, EB Games, I love you once again.
Alright, I'm just gonna text my housemate real quick and lie as to when my birthday is.
Okay.
Just too
Solid
and-
strat.
Also, Borderlands pre-sequel, that's on my list for one game I'll be eventually getting, and
Shaping up to be an amazing game.
yes, I have already got called shotgun on playing Claptrap to all my friends who plan to play it.
Nice.
And also Super Smash Bros on the Wii U.
Yep.
Oh, that's
People actually have Wii U's.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
They were really cheap a while ago. Everyone got one.
Oh,
Yeah,
I-
people got it for Mario Kart 8 and New Super Mario Bros. Wii U.
And
And the rest
Wind Waker
got it,
HD
ironically.
remake.
Ah, yeah, true.
Wind Waker, that is an amazing game. Just finished playing it a couple days ago and I loved it. Still trying to get all the collectible minifigures though.
I'm looking forward to Arkham Knight. Not quite this year, unfortunately, got delayed, but
Yeah.
I'm a massive fan of the Arkham series, my favorite
Oh.
game series,
Yeah, I agree with that, Daniel.
and it's
Yes.
looking to be quite an incredible game.
I've managed to somehow get like all the games on Steam, like Game of the Year editions, and
Yeah.
then the season pass with Origins, but I haven't played the new DLC yet, which I'm looking forward to playing at some point soon.
Steam Summer Sale.
Yes, that's what I think I got it on.
Yeah,
I think it's $25 for it all or something.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
Also
actually
looking forward to Master Chief Collection as an Xbox One owner.
So excited for that.
I am like I'm basically gonna get that game purely so I can go back and play Oddball on Guardian and single player Slayer on Cold Storage.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Aren't they doing a Blood Gulch remake as well?
Yep.
Well, if it's got one in it, so Blood Gold will be there.
Yeah,
Yep.
because I don't really like the Halo Reach rendition of it.
Yeah. Hemorrhage, I think it was called.
Hemorrhage, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I didn't like that compared to the original.
Yeah,
I liked it because it was part of Forge World.
Mm.
Did you ever
that
just
was
like?
cool
Did you ever just run around Forge World?
all the time.
All the time, man.
It's wicked.
Made many a custom map in Forge World for LAN parties to play with.
I didn't make anything. I just ran around. Like this
Yep.
is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I play with friends, spawn myself a bunch of OP weapons, and just kill them.
Yeah, just like let them run around and just pick them all off.
Or you
Yep.
spawn a grid and spin it around and launch
Yeah.
people across the world.
Yep.
Drop kill balls on people.
Yeah. What else is coming out? What was
I
announced?
There's
I
Assassin's Creed Unity.
Yeah,
Oh,
Assassin's
and
Yeah,
Creed
Rogue.
there's
Unity.
Yeah.
Unity and what's the other one called?
Rogue.
Far Cry 4 is
Rogue,
coming
thank
out as well. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Fuck,
the
I'm actually really interested to see what Rogue's gonna be like,
Yeah.
because I'm curious as to see whether it's like sort of the reverse of Assassin's Creed 4, where you start off as like where you are a Templar per se in the beginning of the game, and then you go to an assassin. But
Oh
this
yeah.
one apparently it's an assassin to a Templar. I'm wondering if after the Templar stage he becomes like just an average person but kills people.
Okay.
Mm,
I just want to
Yeah.
backtrack.
yeah.
I just want to backtrack really quickly with Far Cry 4. I am really, really, really hoping that in the wake of Far Cry 4 comes Blood Dragon 2.
Yeah.
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 I got that during the summer sale and I'm yet to play it, but from what I gather it's pretty amazing.
It's basically Far Cry 4, but everything's technology based and the protagonist is hilarious.
It's the protagonist is voiced by Michael Biehn, who we all know as Kyle Reese from The Terminator.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
And yeah, it's very much like an 80s throwback sort of
Yeah.
thing. Like it opens with you um with a machine gun mount on a helicopter shooting the fuck out of bad guys
Yeah.
too long tall Sally.
Yeah. And also cyber dinosaurs or
Oh, yeah.
dragons.
The blood dragons
Oh,
themselves,
Yeah.
yes.
Like it. If it's a giant robot thing, you can't go wrong.
Exactly.
Robots and lasers, you always win.
Yeah.
Also the new Tomb Raider.
Oh,
That
so
will be up for a
Ah.
limited time only, apparently.
Oh really?
Oh,
Well, yeah,
why?
it was. I don't know. I haven't looked at the story completely, but apparently, the new Tomb Raider game's going to be like a timed exclusive. Like you have to grab it
yeah.
while you can.
Oh.
Oh.
From what I heard about it, it's timed exclusive to Xbox. So from what I'm understanding of what they've been saying is it is Xbox exclusive for a certain period of time before the rest of the consoles get it, because the game before it was obviously on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's kind of weird for Squeenix to go Xbox first because they're generally
well,
PlayStation
Yeah.
lovers.
Microsoft
Normally Kingdom
make
Hearts was
Microsoft approach
PlayStation
them with a deal.
exclusive.
And like Final Fantasy and stuff like that generally gets time. So that's the thing. Timed exclusive means it's on one platform well before it's on other stuff. That's what timed exclusive
Yeah.
means. It doesn't mean it's
Yeah.
only going to be available for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that because I did like the first Tomb Raider. But
I
the only
am pretty
problem
much
Yeah,
was,
that was
finished
actually really one. Well, the reboot, the one that came out last
yeah,
year.
my only issue with that game was the whole game felt like a quick time event. There were so many
I do agree with that.
things. Like I think I showed the opening cutscene to my friend. I think there's like a 4 minute cutscene, and then the first time you have control of the character, you have to mash Y.
No, the first thing you have to do is wiggle the left stick.
Oh yeah, and
And
then you mash Y.
I was sitting there for fucking ages, and I'm like, oh, the cutscene's over. I'm actually playing the game now.
Yeah. And then like you'll be climbing and you slip and you have to mash X so you don't fall and die.
Mm.
So
Well,
many quick time events.
that weird bit where you climbed up outside of the cave and you had to mash the triggers.
Yeah,
Mm.
That was very awkward.
To like climb and
yeah.
shit. Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
also like once oh sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say like I got that game during the Steam Summer Sale as well. Like, and I have yet to play the game
Yeah.
because apparently it was. I heard mixed reviews about that game actually. Like some said it was good, some said it was bad.
Yeah.
What game was this? Sorry.
We're talking about Tomb Raider, yeah?
Oh,
Yeah.
Tomb Raider. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
the
thought you were
last
talking
one.
about this. My bad. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's good.
It
I
was
was
just
a
called
really
Tomb
big
Raider,
fan.
just straight out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure it's just Tomb Raider 2013 was like the
Yeah.
official.
Hashtag Tomb Raider 2013.
Right.
Yeah, it was a fun game, but it felt like the action was interrupted by mashing buttons, and if you didn't get it, you failed a lot.
Mm.
That I agree with,
Death
but I
scenes
did.
were very gruesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were.
I
like
really
impaled
enjoyed.
by rebar, like right at the start.
The water ones were the worst.
Yeah, when you're going down
Mm.
that slide and it gets like
And you
speared through
just
a neck.
right.
Talking
Oh,
of
boy.
water things, like the water temple in Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, that's a thing, eh?
Screw that.
Do you know, like, I've played, like, Ocarina of Time is one of my favorite games, even though it's not that great a game. The Water Temple really isn't that hard.
Yeah, no, I'm agreeing with you on that one actually. When I was playing through it, I had a couple of friends who'd already played like it on the N64 and stuff, and they were just like, "Oh, the water temple's worse." I went through it, no issues. I'm like, I don't have an issue with it. Mind you, the boss for it's a bit tedious. I would say,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do agree with that, yeah.
but other than that, yeah. Going back to Tomb Raider though,
Have any of you guys played any of the previous Tomb Raider games? Because they were pretty fucking terrible.
I
Yeah.
got the Guardians
Yeah.
one
I
when it
never
was
finished
free, but I haven't played it.
I played them so long ago that I don't even really remember.
You
I
But-
think
played it
there
when
was
she had
one.
squares.
Wasn't there like a remake of one on the PS2?
Oh, I wouldn't even remember at this point.
I
I
think so.
think
Was
I
that
played
was
that.
was that Legends?
Yeah, it might have been,
That sounds accurate.
and it wasn't very good.
I had a Tomb Raider game for the Game Boy Color, and
Yeah.
it worked. It basically worked like a flashback or like the original Prince of Persia. It was like that sort of thing. That was actually kind of
Okay.
fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's the only, yeah. And I've played others like that mates had like the original one on the PS1 and shit like that. And I'm like, yeah, this game's kind of shit.
Oh, I have some fond memories in Prince of Persia on the PS2. I think it was Sands of Time, and watching my brother try to beat a boss and get so angry, it was incredible.
I haven't played any of those new Prince of Persia games. I was talking about like the original, like the like uh C colon slash pop.exe in DOS sort of thing.
That's some old
That's old
shit.
school.
Yeah.
Going back to Legend of Zelda and games looking forward to coming out this year, Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, so
That's looking sort of good now.
That is a game that will probably make me buy a Wii U.
Yep.
there's so much hype around it at the moment on the internet. Like I've seen so much ever since the press conference.
Yep.
It's, fans are really excited. I'll probably buy it just because of the amount of hype that's around it.
I'm just hoping it doesn't turn out like Watch Dogs,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Like I didn't buy Watch Dogs and I'm gonna borrow
Well-
it off someone at some point.
Well,
But
I mean, like, if like y'all have played Dynasty Warriors, yeah.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's basically what it is. It's Dynasty Warriors with Legend of Zelda characters. So
Yeah.
you know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Or Dynasty Warriors if you're
Dyn-
James.
Dynasty Warriors.
Dynasty. But getting on with, I guess, more game related stuff. Next gen Minecraft, the PS4 version was finished. Well, it is finished as far as I'm aware, and it actually failed to pass the approval test.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw
it
that.
didn't get
Ah,
cert.
I had that.
Yeah, so PlayStation 4 is still waiting to get Minecraft, which I find interesting that they're releasing the PS4 one first, when that was PlayStation 3 and Vita were the most recent to get it,
Yeah.
Well,
whereas Xbox has had it for ages now.
I think they're probably still working on importing maps and shit, like to take like importing worlds from the 360 to the one, which I'm assuming would take a lot longer because it's been on the 360 for so long.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
To me, that
even
makes sense.
even with how much bigger the worlds are, and being able to they essentially, when you import a map, it has to build the rest of the world around the existing world.
Yeah. I'm actually curious as to like if the original world is going to be dead center or if the original world is going to be randomly placed
Yeah,
within the map.
yeah,
I would hope that it's randomly placed because starting off in the dead center just sucks.
But you'd
yeah.
be in the world that you've built already.
Oh, right, being in the world you built already. Yeah. I don't know. Like, if the say I took like something I built in the middle of the map, yes, I'd like to go there. But if I got spawned somewhere, I had no idea where it was on the map because I hadn't explored that area before, I'd be a bit annoyed because I wouldn't be able to find what I built.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm not. I'm saying like the world that you've already built is like a let's say it's like a 4x4 square in like a 12x12 map,
Yeah.
and so where that's going to be placed, like where your 4x4 is going to be placed in the 12x12 or whatever numbers I just said
Right.
numbers.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd hope that they'd put everything where you had it on the original map, I guess, because then maps
So
aren't
you
getting any
basically
bigger, are they?
yeah no they're bigger. That's one of the
Oh,
Yeah,
things
okay.
with
they're
the
a
one
lot bigger.
with the 1 and the 4 they're saying they're a lot bigger. I don't know actual numbers, but
Right. I would think that they would, if you're importing a map, you'd have to keep it at the original size.
no.
Apparent,
But the thing is,
apparently it's 36 times larger.
Wow.
fuck me.
Well,
Oh my
That's
god.
quite large.
could you imagine
Yeah.
spawning on the wrong side of the map and trying to find what you'd already built?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be
Well, one
easier
would
to just rebuild
Yeah.
if that
Yeah.
Well, I
happened.
think one would hope that if you're importing your map, you'd also import your spawn. So you would spawn
Yeah.
where you last slept.
Yeah.
That's the
Mm.
point.
One would hope.
We can only dream.
Yeah.
Talking about
Cross everything.
Xbox One though, apparently that in the next update of the Xbox One for Australians, you will be able to finally say Xbox On.
Which I just finished downloading.
So you should
Oh,
be able to
really?
go to your Xbox and say Xbox On and it should turn on.
Finally.
Rock on. Because
Unless, yeah,
I just got that thing where people can like things that I've done.
yeah,
And I only noticed that because someone liked a dance party that I captured in Destiny.
nice. Yeah, because I don't know if they're talking about the next update or the one you just downloaded, but it's an article that was on Kotaku today.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe it's the September update.
Mm.
Yeah.
Moving on though, anyone else here that the next Resident Evil movie has been delayed?
I heard, didn't care.
Oh.
Yeah, not really a surprise considering the last movie. It wasn't that good.
I don't think I've seen how many. Like, okay, so this next movie is going to be what, the 6th or 7th?
Is there that?
Is there
I
really
think
that
it's
many?
the fifth. I would think it's the fifth.
Oh, okay. Well, I
Yeah,
haven't.
it's the fifth.
Okay, I haven't seen any past the 2nd.
Mm.
I've seen like one or two of them, like randomly when
Yeah.
the TV, but like I've never actually sat down to watch it.
I've
Yeah.
Oh,
only
sorry, it's
seen
the sixth
one.
one,
It's the
And
sixth
and
one.
it should be the last one.
Hey, I was close.
Nice, Rob. It's called the
Yeah.
final chapter, so that obviously means that is winding down, which is good, I guess.
Yeah.
They probably make another one.
Well, the final chapter was the name of the last Saw film, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anyone want to play the Resident Evil 6 game?
No.
No.
Nope.
Not.
I recently. Sorry to cut you off there. I recently picked up Resident Evil 4 on the 360, and you can't turn off tank controls. I'm like, what
Right.
the fuck?
Yeah.
This game only came out, what, like, it was a GameCube game originally. So that would have
Yeah.
put it in the early 2000s. So it's just over 10 years old. How can you not turn off tank controls?
Well, you see,
Yeah.
they don't
Do-
add the feature in to do so.
Well, that should be a fucking patch or something. For those who don't know what tank controls are basically you use the left stick to pivot yourself and walk forward and backwards. And so basically, instead of like say like in Super Mario 64, where basically wherever you move the left stick or the stick, that's where you would move. It pivots you.
Yeah.
and it's fucking annoying.
Talking like I guess zombie movie, I guess sort of with monsters and stuff. What's people's favorite zombie movies?
Not really a zombie movie in a sense, but I Am Legend was a fantastic movie.
I do agree.
That was
Yeah, I
kind of
agree. That was a good movie.
infected.
Aren't they making a second one?
Are they? I haven't seen that.
I think they announced they're making a second one.
I haven't heard
That
anything
would be
about.
awesome.
It's called I Am Jaden Smith.
I think I would pay to watch that.
I'd probably want to like not even bother.
My favorite zombie movie, Christ, it's probably a close tie between the original Dawn of the Dead and Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shaun of the Dead was really good. I like
Talking of-
really terrible zombie movies or like deliberate comedy ones. I just like
Actually-
Zombieland.
Zombieland's good.
I was
Zombieland
about to
really
say
good.
Zombieland is my favorite one. Like for the comedic one, my favorite proper one would have to be like the original Walking, like the not JJ Abram, what's his name? George Romero.
George Romero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, his ones are pretty good.
Yeah.
He's done all right. Land of the Dead wasn't that great, but I'm a big zombie movie fan, especially in the Romero sense.
Yeah.
Actually, another really, really good zombie movie is Zombie Strippers. Don't get
Oh
put
my
off.
god,
Don't get put off by the title. It is actually a
It's-
really funny and clever movie.
it is hilarious.
I'm pretty sure that's on my list of movies to watch actually.
Definitely bump it up the list and watch it.
Yeah.
It is so funny. It's very self-parody.
Yeah. Well, the one I've got like ready to watch at the moment is the co-ed and the zombie stoner.
Yeah, no, watch Zombie Strippers instead because that just sounds dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got Robert Englund in it. So if you want to know what I look like, or what I will look like in like 30 or 40 years, then watch that movie.
Going
That's-
back to what you were saying about oh my god. Um you mentioned something before and now I've completely forgotten. Go on, Sandy.
Huh? Oh no, I was just saying, have you guys watched Zombieland? It was like
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
hell
Yeah,
yeah,
2009.
we love it.
Yeah, that was.
that's a great movie.
Oh,
That
They
bit that
announced a
Yeah.
second one for that I know of.
that bit where Mark Zuckerberg kills Bill Murray is great.
Wow. Can you just leave the podcast now?
It's Jesse Eisenberg.
Uh,
I know, but why would you say
Actually, there's a bit at the beginning of the Social Network. One of the first scenes in the Social Network is Jesse Eisenberg playing Mark Zuckerberg, like running through like the campus of Harvard College, and my buddy who I was watching the movie with leans over to me and goes, "Rule 1, cardio."
But yeah, they have announced that they are making Zombieland 2, which would be good.
Nice.
Is
So I'm
Woody
looking forward to
Harrelson
that.
finally going to get some Twinkies?
There's not that information out about it, just that they're in the middle of making it. But I think they've said that it's out next year. Maybe? I'm not sure. I remember what I was gonna say before though. Going back to what you were saying about Shaun of the Dead, Simon Pegg and I always forget the other guy's name.
Nick Frost.
Nick Frost.
Nick Frost, that's it. They're both going to be on the Halloween special of Phineas and Ferb this year.
Nice.
So yeah, I thought that was interesting.
I've never seen that show.
Yeah, it's okay if you like have nothing to do in the summer.
Yeah. Talking about movies,
Joke.
yeah, it wasn't a very good joke. Sorry.
I know.
Talking about recent movies, I watched Edge of Tomorrow, kind of recent. Finally got around to watching that.
Oh, is that one with like
Tom
it was like
Cruise?
Future War, Groundhog
Yeah.
Day, Tom Cruise.
It's Groundhog Day with guns.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet. I've been meaning.
I haven't either. It's on my list.
I wouldn't mind checking it out, but when you mentioned recent movies, I thought we were going to talk about something else. It got me quite excited.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. But okay, I'm gonna
Ben.
ask a question here. Who here watches In-Betweeners?
Nah.
No.
No. I've seen
not-
ads for
I've
the
seen
second
I've seen
movie.
the first movie.
Did you like it?
I didn't get all the way through it. I just didn't want to
Because
watch it.
yeah, it's that bad of a movie. Is that
Yeah,
what you were
it's
thinking?
pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Well, against my better judgment, I've told people that I am not going to see the second one mainly because it's probably going to be discriminatory against Australia.
Yeah, probably.
But
Oh.
against my better judgment, I'm actually going to see it tomorrow night
Wait,
Wow.
why would it be why would it be discriminatory against Australia?
Well, it's
because it's
set in
It's
filmed in
Australia.
set in
Australia.
Yeah.
Australia.
Ah, okay.
Have you
And-
seen the trailer for it?
It it
Nope.
it got a lot of kind of stereotyping criticism
Yeah, so
kind of
like
stuff.
in the trailer, they're going down like a dusty road in the outback, and there's some Aboriginals having a fire, and one of I don't know the main guy's name, the blonde one anyway. He like yells out "fire wankers" out the window, and yeah, that was my
Yeah.
first impression, and then the Aboriginal, what does he yell at? I think he just yells out "wanker" or something. I'm not sure. But I'm not. I'm sort of looking forward to, but not looking forward to seeing that movie.
Yeah.
Mm.
Dude, vote with your wallet. Blah. Vote with your wallet and don't see it.
Well,
If you
I'm
think
not
you're gonna have a
paying
problem with it.
for it.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Okay. On recent movies, then, shall we talk about a
well, let's
blockbuster hit?
first of all, we're going to issue a spoiler warning for anyone who has not seen Guardians of the Galaxy yet, as we are going to discuss the Guardians of the Galaxy as we have given it our standard 2 week spoiler-free rule we follow.
And
So if
honestly,
anyone wants
yeah.
to skip ahead to um, the part of the podcast where we finish talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, we will put a annotation on the screen for you to do so.
Now that that's out of the way,
Woo!
Oh my god, that movie was amazing.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm gonna say like
I
right now, movie of the year. Can't wait for the second one.
I'm actually like I've got two movies of the year at the moment, but both of them have Chris Pratt as the main character. So
Torn.
no,
What
like
was
I
the
mean
other
they're
one?
equal. They're equal. Lego Movie and Guardians are
Oh yeah,
fucking
uh,
equal.
absolutely.
yeah,
Lego Movie is my top of my list as well.
I was actually really lucky. I got to see that a week in advance.
Me too.
Yeah, because my little brother's the part of a Lego club, and they were like, "Hey, we're doing an advanced screening," and Mum's like, "Do you want to go?" I'm like, "Hell yes!"
I
So I
actually
went,
got to see
saw
it because all the Supernova volunteers in Melbourne actually got to go see a early screening of it. I think
Nice.
just before it came out, so I actually saw it a couple days early, which was actually really awesome
Because everything is
because
awesome.
well, yeah, and the fact is because we were an older audience,
Ba-boom.
it was funnier because there were parts in there that everyone got compared to little kids
Oh
getting
yeah.
them.
When I was
Yeah.
there, it was
Yeah.
I was probably the only one there that was over 10 but under 30.
Yeah,
And the part right at the very end where Batman says he's the hero you deserve. I was the only one that was like, ah.
yeah. I thought I honestly the part I laughed hardest at I think was the part where Batman was like, we'll wing it. It's a bat pun.
Yeah.
And like if you change the T in bat to D, it's a bad pun. Eh? Eh?
I love how this is Guardian spoiler chat at the moment.
I
yeah.
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Thanks for taking us off topic with Chris Pratt, because that guy's awesome.
That guy's
He is.
fucking rad.
Yeah.
But getting back to Guardians, I just like I was going in expecting it to be good because I actually got to go see a 17-minute preview of it at IMAX,
Nice.
and I
What was
was
this? Was it like the opening 17 minutes of the movie, or was it like
it
17 minutes in
was
the middle, or?
it was from when they got onto the prison
Oh, okay.
until like they just gotten off the platform and like when they go through the area and like they're bouncing all around the room and stuff in the um what
When
they
they
made it into like a spaceship sort of.
when they turned off the gravity.
Yeah. when they're bouncing
We're in
around in the
spoilers.
room
We're in
and it,
spoiler territory now, so we're allowed
yeah,
to say
I was
shit.
trying to work
Good.
out how to name it, but yeah, we got to see up to there. And like everyone was blown away by that, and everyone was clapping. That's the thing with pre-screenings too. It's like everyone claps at the end.
Yeah.
Because it was that good.
Just in case the producers were there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was really cool seeing that, and going in and seeing the actual movie, like it was so good.
The movie was fucking amazing. I want to go and see it again because I know there is like, and I picked up a few on my first viewing. I picked up a few sort of like little nods to the Marvel universe
Yeah.
because I'm
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a comic nerd.
I see.
And so I picked up a few things. I want to watch it again, especially in the scenes with the collector, because all that stuff in the background, like that's all just like Marvel Arcana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to talk about more of the rest of the movie, because I specifically want to talk about the post-credit scene.
I was about to
Yes.
say post-credit scene.
Yeah.
Howard the Duck.
How like I'm curious as to how many people actually got that.
I did. I was happy that I actually got that.
Because like I saw it, like obviously he shows up and he has his line. I forget what his line was, but I'm sure you can probably Google what it was. But like I just sat there and I thought, I am probably like not even a quarter of the people in this cinema that I'm in at the moment will get that. And then as
Yeah.
soon as like it cut to black after the scene, I just heard so many, who was that? What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
And like they even displayed Howard the Duck on the screen, which
Yeah.
shows like that not many people were paying attention.
And I think it's kind of it's semi I see it as sort of semi-generational. Like people like I don't know how old most of the people I'm talking to at the moment on this podcast are. But I'm in my early 30s, and I definitely know who that is because I grew up with that George Lucas Howard the Duck movie, and I've read Howard the Duck comics and stuff like that, and so I was definitely well aware of who that was. I'm curious as to was there anyone
I
here?
didn't.
You
I
didn't.
didn't
There you
really.
go.
Yeah, because I'm a bit young, so I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm
I grew up with like TV, like the Wiggles and stuff. I didn't really.
Hey,
I
no.
didn't
Can I
really
can I just point
get
out,
all.
Sandy? Do you know who the Hooly Doolies are?
Pardon?
Do you know who the Hooly Doolies are?
No. What? Oh,
Okay,
oh god.
they were 10 times better than the Wiggles.
I
See,
would have to agree with
yeah,
You
and
know who was
like
10 times. Sorry to cut you off there, Sandy. Go ahead.
now that I'm kind of like on the internet and seeing stuff, I feel like I the stuff I grew up with was just shit.
It was a lie all along.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was just all just, but I still grew up with it and because I have to deal with it.
Yeah.
I
No,
kind of got lucky in finding out who Howard the Duck was because I got Lego Marvel Superheroes, and
Yeah.
he's a playable character in that. And from that, I was like, oh, who's that? And I went and looked it up.
I love that there's an achievement for unlocking Howard the Duck, and the achievement is just called "Really."
Yeah, I was the same as you, Daniel. Like, I'd actually known about Howard the Duck a little bit, but like once I got the Lego game, I like played through and saw he was a playable character. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go do some research
Yeah.
on. And I'm like, holy crap, this guy's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping he appears in another movie, but like as
I
a
doubt
full
it. I
character.
doubt it. The way
I
I
know.
like, I described that post-credit scene to a friend of mine as the well manicured nail on top of the middle finger that was that movie.
Um, but yeah, that was good seeing him in there. I can't wait for the next movie where they discuss more. One about what happened to the collector's shop, and two,
Well, we saw what happened with the collector's shop.
well,
Fucking
yeah, but
the
like where he's gonna move to, and like what happened to the other, um, like
oh,
the
what happened? What
Tesseract.
happened to the Aether?
No, the Tesseract, because he's in possession
No,
of the
no, no, no,
Tesseract.
no. The Tesseract is on fucking Asgard.
No, if
The
you watch
Tesseract
the
is still at
post,
Asgard. The Aether is is in the collector's hold.
no, but no, which one's the Aether? Is that Loki's stick?
The one that fucked up the collector has that.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah. It'll be interesting to see where
The
that's.
the Tesseract is in Asgard's vault.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I couldn't remember because I remember it being one of the. Was it Captain America 3 that scene was in there?
As a Minotaur Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's only
No,
two
the
Captain
end of
Americas.
the end of Avengers was Loki and Thor going back to Asgard so Loki could be properly tried with the Tesseract.
Yeah, but
No,
then
at the
if you,
end
there's a
of
post-credit
Thor.
scene.
Oh, the post-credit scene.
Yeah, the post-credit scene in Thor: The Dark World. It was like the Tesseract
Right.
being.
No.
collector.
The post-credit scene in the Dark World was Lady Sif and the dude that looks like a dwarf but he's too tall giving the Aether to the Collector. The post-credit scene of Winter Soldier was Hydra having Loki's scepter, which takes power from the Tesseract but isn't actually the Tesseract.
Yeah. That's right. Okay.
And also Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch were there.
Yes, that was.
Yeah.
I can't wait for them in Avengers 2.
Yee. Age
That's
of
gonna
Ultron,
be good.
which I'm kind of like, again, I'm gonna say it again. I'm a comic nerd. It's weird that Ultron is showing up before Hank Pym.
No, actually,
Unless Hank Pym is gonna appear in Age of Ultron.
well, that's likely seeing as the Ant-Man movie actually comes out next year.
Yeah, no, but it comes out after.
Oh, does it?
Ant-Man is the start of Phase 3.
Right. Okay. Yeah. We kind of gone a lot off topic, so I guess we'll kind of keep off Guardians of the Galaxy now, unless anyone wants to talk about anything else that happened in it.
Everything
But-
that happened in it.
It was
I
good.
Just Groot,
Yeah, Dancing Baby.
Dancing
Right.
Baby Groot. Yeah, that was one of the best things I think.
That is
And
my.
Marvel uploaded onto YouTube like a high definition
Yeah.
video
Yes, I
of
saw
it,
that.
and that was
Is that with Drax in the background?
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
Definitely
They've
does
actually
Also,
said too.
fucking shout out to Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
But he did that so well. Metaphor.
Nothing goes over my head. My reflexes are too quick.
You
Oh.
want me to run my finger across his throat? Anyway, yeah, okay.
There was They have announced that there will be a baby dancing Groot toy apparently by the end of the year.
I'll just
Oh
make.
yay!
I saw
fucking
my
want
friend actually got my friend subscribed to Loot Crate, and he got a little Groot bobblehead in his Loot Crate that he got
Yes.
yesterday.
Oh,
I've
that's
got a friend of mine sent me a rocket bobblehead. So I don't know if you can hear that, but
That's the bobbling.
bobbling.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
actually went out like the day I saw the movie and I got all of the pop vinyl figures of them except Groot because that was the only one they didn't have. Managed to walk into Critical Hit, which is like a pop culture store in Melbourne, and I walked in the door and they just unboxed the box of them.
Nice.
So I now have every single Guardian of the Galaxy pop vinyl figure.
I got my Iron Man bobblehead here.
I've also got
Nice.
Sam and Dean Winchester, Captain America
Nice.
from Winter Soldier, and two
I've got-
Deadpool ones.
I've got the Impala. I've got like a little Matchbox version of the Impala.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was just looking at some stats from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
$94 million on the opening weekend, and so far $425 million worldwide.
What's that ranking from this year? Does it say that?
I think it's still behind Age of Extinction.
Yeah, I think it's
I think
second.
it's second to Age of Extinction.
Yeah, I think I heard it was second, but I wasn't sure.
Just looking at it.
That's an incredible amount of money, though. Still.
I think
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Considering how like even like my buddy one of my mates who's not really into the comics, but he fucking loves MCU, like the Marvel movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like the Marvel Studios movies. Like he is like, I need to see this movie. I don't give a fuck. I
Oh,
need to
yeah.
fucking see this movie because that is what they've done. And like we both went and saw. Like we didn't see it together. But we saw on the same weekend. We went and saw Guardians. And then I was speaking to him like after the weekend. He's like, that movie was so different. I'm like, I'm glad he caught that as well.
Well, yeah, it's a part of the whole new Marvel structure that they're doing. They're doing one like sequel movie, and then they're going to be doing one, or at least one sequel movie a year, and at least one, like they're doing one new series every year.
Yeah, I believe
So,
starting 2016, they're going to be pumping out 3 movies a year.
well, they did this year too. Oh, or they do
Nah, this
four
year,
this year.
this year they've done
Four, because they had
4.
X-Men,
Oh no!
Guardians.
I'm talking about Marvel Studios, like Disney Marvel.
Oh, right, Disney Marvel. Right, okay.
Yeah, and they've done 2, which was Winter Soldier and Guardians.
Yeah. Well, there's
Guardians
been
of the
four Marvel
Galaxy.
movies this year, pretty much, though.
Guardians of the Galaxy is currently sixth for 2014 domestic gross.
Who's won?
Captain America Winter Soldier, then the
Oh.
Lego Movie, then Transformers, then Maleficent, then Days of Future Past, and then Guardians.
Oh wow!
Really?
But still, but
That's
again, Guardians has only been out for a couple of weeks.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
gonna
I
that's gonna
actually
Who's
climb.
had who's had
You
the
mentioned-
biggest opening weekend though? I think that was
I would
Age of
say
Extinction.
I'm gonna say Age of Extinction. Yeah.
that would be purely because of the amount of small children and obviously adults as well that went.
Talking-
I'd say that Winter Soldier was probably a close second to Age of Extinction on opening weekend though.
I'm
Yeah.
actually going to bring up something to do with small children in. I would consider Transformers more of an adult type movie, but I went and saw Lucy a couple weeks ago. Really good movie, and I went in there expecting there to be a bunch of older people, but then I went in and there was like 12 kids in there with their parents watching the movie,
Oh, really?
and I was like, holy crap.
I couldn't see them understanding.
Yeah.
I haven't
Have
seen
you
Lucy.
seen it, Danielle?
I haven't
No,
seen
I
it.
haven't seen it yet.
I don't think
I haven't seen Lucy. I haven't seen Lucy, but I know it's got that chick from Ghost World in it.
It's also got Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same girl.
Oh, right. Why didn't you just say Black Widow?
Yeah.
Would have been better,
Because
seeing as we were talking about Marvel.
I like making my ambiguous references. Also, Ghost World is a great movie and a great comic.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, I went in Lucy and there was like a bunch of little kids, which I was quite
Oh, that
surprised
chick
to
from
see.
Lost in Translation.
Shh.
From what I saw of the trailers, it
It
looked
had
to
that
be
guy with the
like
really deep voice too. I'm not sure what his name is. He was in
Oh, it's Dan
Batman. He was like the dude. He's got the deep voice.
What? Jeff Bridges.
Morgan
No.
Freeman.
He's the dude.
Thank you, Sandy. I had someone at school the other day. We were playing Cards Against Humanity, and someone got Morgan Freeman's voice card. She turns it around and says to like the 15 people who are playing, "Who is this?"
Oh no.
How do
Oh.
What?
you?
We immediately disbanded her from the game and told her to leave.
Good.
She then went and looked him up and then told us who he was, and we were happy, so she could continue playing.
Did he grow another freckle once she discovered who he was?
Probably.
He claimed another soul.
That was a South Park reference.
Yes, I know.
Thank you.
Ginger's right.
No, Morgan Freeman himself. That was a thing in it was the Disney getting Lucasfilm.
Really? I thought there was also a thing in South Park. It was like Gingers and the whole freckle stealing thing.
No, well, there's the thing. It was like there was the episode that was about Disney buying Lucas,
Yeah.
and all the kids were like really confused about what was happening. And I think it was Clyde was like, "Oh, every time I get confused with something, I just wait until Morgan Freeman shows up to explain everything to me." And then
Wow, that's kind of creepy if you think
and
about it.
every time Morgan Freeman shows up and explains something, he grows another freckle.
That's brilliant.
It's in the game as well. You guys
Well, I
didn't
haven't
play.
played the
You guys
game
didn't
yet.
play Stick of Truth. Fuck.
No, because
me.
I haven't had
Nope.
money to go do that.
Stick of Truth is great.
I've heard good things, but I haven't been able to play it myself.
Mm. Well, I guess continuing on with movie topics and stuff, like we're past the spoiler point now, so I guess Nick will put in the annotation somewhere. But
I think the
Somewhere he
spoiler
figures out
point
to.
was like probably all up like 30 seconds.
yeah.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
but anyone else hear about Aquaman the movie?
Yeah,
did.
I've seen Entourage.
Rob, We'll put a ban on you from coming on this podcast.
Hey, you've invited me in twice now.
We'll just say next time that Rob can't be on for this many episodes before we invite him back, I guess then. But Aquaman the movie, not looking forward to it.
Is
No.
James Cameron directing it?
No clue, but I literally said to someone like a week before they announced the Aquaman movie, I was like, the day they make an Aquaman movie is going to be the day that I just give up faith in all humanity.
I like how JonTron puts it. For those of you who watch JonTron, it's Aquaman, everyone's favorite superhero.
Yeah, that's the way to put it.
Yeah.
There's
Rob,
actually,
thoughts?
I actually want to say that like the DC movies, like the live action DC movies, are okay, but the animated DC movies are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Look that shit up
Superman,
online.
Batman, Public
But-
Enemies.
Yes,
That was incredible.
that was
I've
so
actually got
good.
Batman Assault on Arkham loaded up at the
Oh,
moment too to watch.
I tell you what, I
Nice.
think, in my opinion, the best one is Justice League Doom. That one is really, really good. Also, one that came out recently, it had its problems, but overall it was pretty good, was Justice League War. That was pretty good as well. And Under the Red Hood, of course, is fucking amazing.
Yeah, that was a good one. I actually really enjoyed that one.
New Frontier, Justice League New Frontier was pretty cool. Aquaman's in that one. Crisis on Two Earths was pretty cool. Actually, they're all pretty fucking good. So,
They are.
fucking check them out.
We could make quite an
And there was
extensive
Paradox as well. Flashpoint
list.
Paradox.
Flashpoint Paradox is incredible.
Actually, I haven't seen that one.
Aquaman's in that one too, it looks like from the cover.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Well, I guess I'll see when it comes out because I think that one's going to be one of the live action ones too.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see.
Is
Talking
it?
about DC though, while we're on the sorry, go on, Rob.
I was gonna say, I'm assuming it's gonna be post Dawn of Justice.
Probably, yeah.
Apparently, there's an Aquaman cameo in that. I think. I don't know. I'm not sure. I read it
Apparently,
somewhere, I think.
apparently they're chucking fucking everyone into friggin' Dawn of Justice. It's like, oh hey, look, it's Blue Beetle and fucking Booster Gold and everyone else you've never fucking heard of.
Well, yeah, there's also the Young Justice thing as well, like where they've actually got all those characters in it, and then there's also Batman Brave and the Bold.
Yeah.
Mind you, I'm going to bring up the fact that has anyone here seen Beware the Batman?
No.
That is like the best animated Batman TV show, I swear to God. Like 3D animated.
Okay, you've already put me off it.
It's the late night one, and it's like an MA version of the show, so it's
Tell you what,
reasonably good.
Tell you what, back to the just very quickly back to the DC animated
Oh, good.
things. Dark Knight Returns. It was a two-part, like two 90-ish minute movies, based off Frank Miller's book. Frank Miller, obviously, of course, responsible for Sin City. His book Dark Knight Returns, and that was made into two movies, and that was actually really, really good.
Okay.
Speaking of
Have to
DC
check that out.
movies, it's been out for ages, but Man of Steel.
No, can we? Okay, let's stop now.
It wasn't as bad as it was made out to be.
But it defies the whole point of Superman.
It kind of. But
What
I mean,
was gonna say though.
I was watching the remake of RoboCop the other day. I
Yeah.
would say that more people die in that movie than did in Man of Steel.
Mm.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say before on DC, who's looking forward to all the TV shows coming out at the end of the year? Like
I'm
all the shows
excited
that are
for
on
the
hiatus at the
Flash.
moment.
I'm
Oh,
looking
Oh.
forward to season 3 of Arrow.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Yes.
so a TV show that already exists, Arrow, and what we're getting the Flash. So
The
all,
Flash.
Yes, the
all
Flash. I'm
one of
excited.
the new shows.
Yeah, well, that they actually introduced the Flash and like the guy who's playing him through Arrow.
Well, spoilers much. I don't think we're past that point yet. I think we've got to put like at least a year on that one.
But it's
No,
not really. It's not really a spoiler because I haven't said how they do it or anything. But
I was talking to someone the other day, and they were telling me that they had like who the Flash is in the show, like, which it's pretty obvious, but how it happens
Yeah.
has it all spoiled
Is his
for him.
name Barry? Oh
Yeah.
fuck! I think
Barry.
that might be the fucking Flash.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
But like he had that and how it happened spoiled for him.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah.
like even after saying no, I don't want to know, the guy went on and told him anyway.
Yeah, in
I-
Arrow they do like have an event that happens that shows you how he becomes a Flash. And then
Yeah.
also Stephen Amell, who plays Oliver Queen, is going to be in the pilot episode of The Flash.
Yeah, and like I heard something the other day. The villains aren't getting into the show until episode 4 or something.
Okay.
So there's a villain from Arrow. Is it the Clock King
Yeah.
or something like that?
Yeah.
Clock King, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's coming in at episode 6.
He's a Batman villain.
Well,
Anyway.
apparently he's
there
a
were a lot of
Flash
things
villain
that
as
crossed
well.
over.
He was in
Like how
Arrow.
there's Deathstroke in Arrow.
Yeah, see, like that's a Batman villain as well.
Yeah. And it like
'Cause-
completely, well, I don't want to say too
Because
much.
Batman's the only one with decent villains.
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
I'd say Batman's gonna come into both of those shows at one point.
But then Gotham's coming.
Yeah. What was that new Gotham show that they're putting out soon?
Gotham.
Was it just
That's
called Gotham?
Yeah.
That's right. I'm looking forward to that. That one's gonna be
Yeah.
good.
Okay, two
Definitely
things.
worked really hard on the name.
Yeah, two things really quick. Warner Brothers slash DC is shitting their pants over how Marvel Disney are covering like the fucking movies tying into
Yeah.
Agents of Shield and shit like that, and so that's
Yeah.
their response. The second
Dude,
thing
Agents
is
of Shield also. That's gonna be good.
yeah, exactly. Also, the second thing is like spoiling things for people without actually spoiling things for people. My mate who I mentioned earlier, who we both saw Guardians and like he's a big fan of MCU and stuff like that. Earlier in the year, he was talking about how keen he was to go and see the second Captain America movie, and he's like,
Mm.
"Oh man, Winter Soldier, that looks so cool." And I'm like, "You know that's Bucky, right?"
Yeah, I know.
he's-
Like people, it's
no,
disappointing.
And his response is like, "Fuck you," because he didn't know because he doesn't read the comics. He doesn't know the comics.
That's the one thing that I sort of get annoyed about is like when people see stuff happen in the movies, it's like people who read the comics or have read the comics already know what's happening because of reading them, and it's like people go, "Oh my god, it's Bucky," and it's like, yeah,
Well, it's like with
in
Game of
the
Thrones.
comics.
Like people who have
Actually,
read the books are like,
Yeah, true. When I was watching the Winter Soldier in theaters, and there's that bit where it's like revealed that the Winter Soldier is Bucky. Everyone else in the theater was like, and I was like, read a fucking comic, guys. Seriously,
Knew it.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
You should have like
Um.
everyone took bets on who the Winter Soldier was, and then when you got it right, just
How
took
many
all them.
options? How many?
Dude, you should have
fucking
put
options were
$100 on
there?
it.
Oh,
Not really.
I don't
Like,
fucking
and
talk
also
shit
the
about them.
fact that the new Captain America is going to be Falcon.
I have no problem with that.
I don't
Yeah.
have a problem with that either. Like, it's going to be good, but yeah. But also, like, other shows coming out end of the year, like, as we said before, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that's going to be awesome. People who watch it, like me, Supernatural.
Hey.
I did I mentioned earlier I've got the Impala, but I did sort of fall off Supernatural around. Bleh. I think I have season 8, but I don't think I've seen all of season 7 yet.
Yeah, season 9 was good, actually. I like that season, because it kind of... It, like... I saw spoilers for the last episode, because I think I was about midway through season 7 at the time, because I'd only just started.
Mhm.
And, pretty much went on the internet one day, which was a bad idea after the last episode had come out for season 9, and I was ready for it, but I wasn't ready for it
rookie
at the
mistake.
end of the season, so it was like, but like I'd picked up earlier on it too that like what was happening at the end, like I picked up on that way before I even saw a spoiler for it, so it's like, yeah.
I just looked at the time, and I would like to apologize to Nick right now.
Well, Nick's the one who has to edit this, so it's not our problem.
That's why I'm apologizing to him.
Nick, don't edit this. Just put it out as it is, I guess.
Even with all the
We're going
spoilers.
long. We're not even halfway through what we had to talk about tonight.
Just keep
Are we
talking.
not?
Mm.
Seriously,
So-
can I take a pee break at least?
Yeah, feel free to go. We'll keep talking.
All right, go talk shit about me.
That Rob guy, honestly,
Yeah, that
guys,
Rob
right?
dude. He's weighing
Never
us
listening
down.
to the bad spawn again.
I don't even know
Um,
him.
You even go
I'm
here,
with you
Sandy? Like, honestly.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Moving on, though.
Did you just make a Mean Girls reference?
um,
It's not Wednesday.
Oh, is everyone
unintentional.
very clean yesterday?
Anyway, we have anyone heard of the new game? Like, it just came out, so I'm guessing you guys have heard of it. But the new Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton game.
I've heard a lot about it, but I have not actually seen anything about it or looked at playing it.
Yeah, I don't know much on information on it. Like, I know that my sister played the Professor Layton games.
I enjoyed
Um,
Professor Layton games; they were good, but I can't say I've ever played any Phoenix Wright titles or anything.
yeah, the only thing I get out of Phoenix Wright is objection.
Yeah, that's about it.
Feels like that whole thing. Um, but yeah, that's like I guess it's news, but I just sort of chuck it in there. We also have someone's done like a parody of Drake's 100 to 0, which was released early this year. Um, and someone's done like a Mario Kart parody of it. So it's like, so you know how people do parodies of
It's
a song, like
incredible.
Weird Al Yankovic does
Yeah.
Yeah.
like Foil to what was that
That was a great
that
song.
Foil was good. I don't like the original, whatever that was.
Royals.
Yeah.
Royals, that's right. Oh, Royals is okay, but Handy to whatever that other one was, the one that came out, it's like a Lana Del Rey song or something, and it has that chick who sounds like Nicki Minaj, but isn't.
Was that the fancy?
Fancy one,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, Iggy Azalea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
She's
Not Lana
Australian.
Del Rey.
She is.
Yeah, I know, but she sounds like
Serious?
Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
does.
But then again, like Australian rap is very weird, so I can understand why she puts on the Nicki Minaj accent.
Who dat? Who dat?
Ah, why?
I got 99 problems, but you won't be one.
Like what?
Yeah, I just don't get why they have to ruin like the I got 99 problems.
Yeah, all the time.
You won't be one.
Whenever I
It's like
hear that song,
one
that's the
song.
only thing I can think of.
Yeah,
Is just they've just reworded a 50 Cent song.
yeah, I know. So anyway, moving on again.
Wait. You guys were talking about Weird Al, and here I am without my accordion.
Oh, poor thing. Yeah, I kind of have all his albums.
I guess I recently picked up Mandatory Fun. I'm assuming that's what you guys were talking about. I haven't really listened.
Yeah,
to
we
it
were
yet,
talking
though.
about Handy and Foil.
I really only know Word Crimes.
Oh, okay. Check out Handy and Foil. They're pretty funny.
I'll just listen to the whole album once we're done
We'll
with this.
do that too. But we also have um. Has anyone heard of Twitch plays Street Fighter?
Yes, and I've watched some of it, and it's incredible.
It's pretty much the same as oh, it's Fish play Street Fighter, so it's like Fish play Pokemon, but it's two fish in a tank playing Street Fighter, and as far as I'm aware, they're streaming right now. Like it's a constant stream,
Yeah,
and it's just ridiculous watching two fish swim around a tank, just hitting sensors to attack. It's too far. Like Daniel's seen it, and he knows what it's like.
yeah. It's one of those things where you watch it and you think, what the hell am I watching? And how the hell is this happening? But it's so captivating you can't click away.
How did I get to this side of the internet?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I haven't checked it out, but I'm like, yeah, we've gotten to that point where this is the thing. Like Twitch plays Pokemon was kind of a cool thing.
It was.
Like Rob brought up before too, before we started recording, he'd like to see Sloth play Super Mario.
Yes.
That was very much. I said that very much facetiously. But then
Be an
you guys
amazing
sort of got on
idea.
the bandwagon.
It was pretty funny. Like I'd
It
like to
was.
see it too. Like we'd pay to see that.
I
Honestly,
would
I
pay
wouldn't
for
spend
a
a
viewing
fucking
of that.
cent on that.
I would spend
Kickstart it.
$5 to go watch it for an hour in a cinema, to be honest.
Yeah.
Start a fundraiser. Do it.
Start an Indiegogo
Slash
campaign.
Make a
Sloth plays Mario
fucking
Sloth pays
2014.
Mario.
Sloth pays Mario, and you get a potato salad at the end of it.
Yeah.
Like spin-off live-action movie.
That I would watch.
Make a
With, like,
documentary behind the scenes on it.
like
Yeah,
action.
and have like a full-on live-action movie.
Yeah.
We'll get
Invite
Mike.
David Attenborough.
Nah, dude, Chris Pine could play the best sloth, and Megan Fox could be like the sloth wife
Morgan Freeman
because they've
can
both got
narrate.
like, yeah,
Yeah, we'll
Morgan
get-
Freeman can narrate.
Directed by
And
Mike.
Now we see the sloth
so
slowly
things
moving
blow up.
its left arm into the right.
And they did nothing.
And Mario fell down the hole.
And they continued to do nothing.
Imagine that.
They
Okay.
are still agape because they're horrible, dumb people. And those are
I
my
would
thoughts on Chris Pine and Megan Fox. Who is
I
eating
would like to
chips?
see some competent animal be able to accomplish at least the first episode of Super Mario.
Well,
Yeah.
if 1,000 monkeys on 1,000 typewriters can play Tetris or whatever the fuck that goes, then
Right,
maybe
Romeo. Oh, right, Shakespeare.
yeah, whatever. Well, they'll probably play Tetris or some shit.
Play
like-
Tetris on typewriters.
Why can't they? Why can't you play Tetris on a typewriter? Tell me how you can't.
Tell me how you can, and I'll be in. I want to do that.
You just push a few things at once, and you make the different shapes, and then you scroll the paper back down, and you make another shape.
So you have to have
That
someone
sounds
constantly
awful.
feeding paper into it.
No, you just get like a long, like you get like you pull the sides of a dot matrix ream, and you put that through the typewriter.
Think of how much paper that would waste, though. Like, you could do something so much more worthwhile with all that paper.
Like get
Well, if
monkeys
you've
to
got
write
yeah,
Shakespeare.
you've got your 1,000 monkeys writing Shakespeare. There's that monkey being that money monkey, that paper monkey money being pissed down the fucking hole in the first place. So why not make it something more interesting, like them trying to play Tetris?
I would like to see them try and play actual video games, like more console stuff. Than not that Tetris isn't an actual video game, but like I'd like to see someone teach a monkey how to use a console.
Yeah.
That could be done pretty easily, I imagine.
Get them playing like Super Mario 64 and stuff. Who has
Yeah.
like a bag of chips or something?
I'm sorry.
Hey,
Rob's mad.
don't hate on her for
Great.
being hungry.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not hating on it. It's just yeah, the bag must be like really close to the mic.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was. Sorry.
So Daniel found this next topic. So do you want to talk about it, Daniel?
The Borderlands.
No.
Oh,
Is that the one one
Mr.
that's like the
Chief.
most recent?
the
Oh,
Mr.
Mr. Chief.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
going
more
back
keen
to
on the other one.
what we were talking about a little while ago with video games. 343 put out new screenshots for the Master Chief collection.
I
And
can't say I've
they
seen
look-
these.
They look freaking top. I have to say.
I haven't seen them either. And were we talking about this before we were
No.
recording?
We were just talk.
No. Like when I
Yes.
when I
Oh,
said my
yeah.
piece about it.
Yeah.
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 I am like the main reason I'm gonna pick up the Master Chief collection. I probably won't get it straight away, but the main reason I want to pick up the Master Chief collection is to play Oddball on Guardian and single player Slayer on fucking Lone Wolves rather on Cold Storage.
Yeah.
Because
I
I
just-
fucking miss Halo 3 multiplayer.
I'm excited to just sit down and waste a good couple of days of my life playing it back to back.
Yeah.
Like
wanna-
that's where I'm at this point.
I don't
I'm just gonna say we actually have a real life Master Chief on the podcast tonight.
Yeah, we do.
we do.
Danielle is like the official Australian Master Chief cosplayer.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
She has the soundbox and everything. It's so awesome.
Now I feel
Oh,
really awkward
sweet.
because we're all talking about me.
Yeah, sorry, I'm shouting you out at this point.
Shout out to me.
Let's transition and get away from the awkwardness for Danielle.
Oh no, it's
Something that
I'm definitely-
something I'm really looking forward to with the Master Chief collection is custom playlists where you can seamlessly go from playing Halo 1 to Halo 3, for instance.
And also,
Yeah,
I like
it's-
apparently the lobby system is based off Halo 2's lobby system, which I never
Yeah.
had that much. I never played Halo 2 online, so because I thought Halo 2 single player was fucking bullshit, and so I never even bothered with the multiplayer. So I'm curious as to how that's going to work because I never experienced it myself.
Yeah. And also like dedicated servers for Halo 2 back as they were in
Well,
'03, I think that was released.
Dedicated servers for all four.
Yeah. Yeah. And not like what they did with Anniversary and how you have to transition over to Reach.
I had no problem with that because Reach is a fucking far superior game.
Reach
It was, but
Reach was great. Friggin' Jenga Wall and Forge World.
it kind
Reach
of like wasn't what they were promising to deliver, really.
Reach
Yeah.
was the best. Sorry, Reach is the best Halo game, hands down.
Whoa, hang on. What
Yeah.
about Halo 1?
Um, it was
Combat Evolved, man.
it was Halo 1,
Halo 1 was
and it's not
great.
Reach. Reach is better. I'm sorry. Like the one like I did say I probably will pick up the Master Chief Collection because of the getting to play Halo 3 maps again because Halo 3 multiplayer was fucking rad. But I fucking hate Master Chief. Master Chief is a boring as fuck character.
Shots fired.
As long as you don't hate me, that's all good.
No, I don't hate you, Danielle. How could I hate you?
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah. Reach
to
was a
me-
really fun game.
Master Chief is one of the worst ciphers in interactive narrative ever. Because he's just a guy who sits there and grunts and says, "Yes, this is the thing we need to do." Cortana is fucking amazing. Cortana is cool. I'm glad she's there. But oh hey, she's not because she's fucking dead now.
Yeah, but
But
So-
they'll find a way to bring her back in Halo 5 somehow.
I was gonna say, like, she fucking better come back in Guardians. If there is no confirmation that she's back in Guardians, I'm not fucking buying Guardians.
the whole
Um,
thing with Master Chief and Cortana, I guess the whole way through has been that Chief, while being the human, is the robot, and Cortana, being the computer, is more human. And I guess that's where the whole thing worked through, which is why a lot of people prefer Cortana over Chief, because she was more relatable and more of a character than Chief was, because he just said, yes, no, I have to do this.
So
Blah,
why do
blah.
the fanboys suck Master Chief's dick so much?
Because they are fanboys.
yeah.
Ugh.
That's about
Yeah. Just scrolling through like some of the screenshots, looks like dual SMGs are back.
that's what I'm most excited for.
Yay.
Oh, you serious?
I can deal with that.
Oh, I'm so
Also-
mad about that.
I'm scrolling through
Because-
the chat, and I still. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm pretty mad about that is because someone made a topic the other day with something to do with the new Halo Master Chief Collection and how like there's something happening in it. And then as a joke, I'm just like, yeah, and they're bringing back dual wield submachine guns. And they're like, are you serious? I'm like, no, I'm joking. What do you want
No,
about?
they are.
And now they are, and so now I'm kind of eating my own words.
Well, yeah,
just
that's
excited
one
that
of the
we-
things they said.
Would
is
you
like-
Would you like some crow on the side of your hat? I'm too old.
Yeah,
what
no
they
one's
said
gonna reply to you anymore, Rob. I'm sorry.
what they said as one of the things for the Master Chief Collection is all the games are coming back essentially as they were when they released. So all the bugs included and all the glitches that were available in '03, '05, I think 2 and 3 were released.
Well, that's a bug report.
But like not so much like game breaking things, but like little things that they weren't too sure of. Or like in Halo 2, there was a mission where you had to like there was this exploit where you can skip half the mission by flying a banshee through this tiny ass corridor.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, and so like all that stuff is sort of they're staying true to how it was when it was first released.
That's the best bit, like giving it back to us how we remember it, and
Yeah.
not
That's
Not
what I
going
actually
with-
love that. Sorry
Real-
to cut you off there, but I do love that when there are shortcuts in games and they're never patched, like in Portal. Sorry to go incredibly tangential here, but I love that through all the different updates that Portal has had through Steam, you can still get through all of the original shortcuts. Like I think it's Test Chamber 7, you can get through in like 10 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
There was
Anyway,
Sorry. go ahead.
Patrick's trying to shuffle us along here, but I'll let fuck, is that Sandy or Danielle? I'm sorry.
Danielle.
No,
Danielle.
no.
Yeah, so on the topic of games and stuff, Borderlands pre-sequel, at this time of recording this weekend, so the 23rd and the 24th of August, Borderlands 2 is free to play for the weekend and also 75% off to buy.
So
And
it's 20
Steam,
bucks.
yeah,
And
20
that's Game
bucks
of the
for the
Year
game of the
edition too.
year. And Steam has actually done a really amazing thing, which is just props to them on the marketing side of things, where if you own Borderlands 1 or 2, you get 10% off the pre-sequel.
On
And
Steam
Well-
specifically, you can't have a hard copy of the game. They
yeah,
won't give
so
it to you that way.
yeah, so just on Steam.
But that's more 2K's marketing than Steam's marketing.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
2K
yeah,
weekend up
2K.
to 80% off the entire 2K catalog.
Yeah,
So you can get
and so
Civ
Borderlands
5,
1 and 2 and Game of the Year, they're
and they've also
75%
got
off.
that you can get like the BioShock franchise for 11 bucks.
Yeah.
Oh, you mentioned BioShock. I'm sorry, very quickly. I did want to mention that I'm actually really excited for BioShock to come out on iOS. The end.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I'm looking forward to that too. It will be good. Going back to Phoenix Center at 2 before just quickly, they've also released the first episode free on iOS, and then you just pay for the other episodes too.
Of
Going
what,
back to
sorry?
Borderlands though,
Yeah, so Borderlands the pre-sequel looks to be an amazing game.
Well, 1 and 2 were. I don't see how the pre-sequel could be any
Yeah,
worse. It can only be better, basically. I fucking
Yeah.
love Borderlands.
they're
playing as Claptrap's going to be the best thing, I reckon. Like, people are apparently complaining already, even though it's not out, that he's going to be like a bad character.
yeah,
And like the developers of the game have said he's going to be different as a playable character than the other ones they're releasing. So with Claptrap, they're actually having it so that you see it from his perspective, which would be down low
oh okay,
rather than at the height of everyone else. And apparently his class is a little tougher to learn or something.
oh okay,
But yeah, no, I'm absolutely looking forward to playing that game.
yeah. It's gonna be one of the better ones coming out in the near future.
Yeah.
Um, just
Well-
Sorry, you go on. Sorry, Daniel.
I was just gonna say, well, Borderlands is obviously an amazing game, and Borderlands 2 is an amazing game, and games that I played a lot. What do you guys think are some of the best games to just keep on playing? And
Replayability, yeah.
yeah,
Borderlands 2, absolutely. Like, I've got 2 level 75 characters,
yeah,
being the Siren and the Gunzerker, and then I've got like 20, 25 on all the other characters, including the DLC ones. So definitely Borderlands franchise has a lot of replayability. Especially Borderlands 2, I found more fun than Borderlands 1. Like, I finished Borderlands 1 and I got rid of it because I just didn't enjoy it.
yeah, yeah. I get.
I think that
Borderlands, absolutely.
replayability also factors into your enjoyment of the game.
Yeah,
And
it
I
can purely
mentioned
be personal.
exactly. Well, I mentioned earlier, like it's not the greatest game in the world, but I do love playing Ocarina of Time, and
Yeah.
I try to finish Ocarina of Time at least once a year.
Yeah.
I
And
think you mentioned that on the last podcast you're on as well.
oh, there you go. Go
Um,
me. I'm just
I
repeating
gotta
myself.
say, for me, Arkham Asylum is probably the game not the game I've put the most into, but that I've played through the most. On my 360, I 100%ed it every achievement.
Nice.
And it's just like, well, I mentioned before, the Batman Arkham series is my favorite series of game. And it's just so much fun.
I also just wanted to say that my favorite game ever of all time is a game that I go back to quite often, which is Silent Hill 2.
Yeah. I think, sadly for me, my most played game, I managed to knock up, like, before the end of the year. It was something like, I'll find what my actual statistics, like, have any of you guys, heard of Raptor? It's
No.
like this, website that,
I'm aware of Raptor, yeah.
yeah, it, like, tracks your stats and everything. And, I actually had a look at my, like, because I have it, I kept a link to my thing from last year, and it like gives you stats on everything. So I played 90 games last year. I tracked 1,200 hours over the year.
Blah 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 blah. What was the game?
The game I played the most was Grand Theft Auto 5,
Oh,
which
there you go.
had
Wow.
239 hours in the 2 months that I had it.
Jesus.
That's a solid
And
effort.
Call
Another
of
one.
Duty Black Ops 2, I had 149, and that's like 90 hours difference.
I think a game that has a lot of replayability in it, just because of how the game works, is or the games is the Left 4 Dead series.
I
Yeah,
was
well,
Yeah.
gonna
especially
say that.
being Left 4 Dead 3 confirmed now.
Yeah, of
Is
course.
it legit confirmed?
Yeah, legit confirmed, same as Half-Life 3 finally.
Oh, okay. So
Now we can put all the
so you're
freaking.
talking out your ass.
No, I'm not actually. Like they legitimately confirmed Half-Life and Left 4 Dead 3.
Oh, there you go.
Um,
Hopefully, by the time I'm done doing that Let's Play with my buddies, by the time we finish Left 4 Dead 2, Left 4 Dead 3 will be out. So.
Mm.
one of my probably most played games in terms of hours is Dungeon Defenders. Don't know if
Oh
you
yeah.
guys played that. That was a fun little game.
Tell you what,
Um,
actually, in a similar vein, Torchlight,
Yeah,
that game is really fun. I put a lot of time into that. But
yeah.
I'm aware of Dungeon Defenders. That's like you're on the other end, like you're the bad guy in that one.
No, no, no. It's like it's a tower defense game,
It's the
but
indie Xbox one, isn't it?
it was on PC I think first, and oh no, yeah, it was on 360 first, and then went to PC. Um, but it's a tower defense game, but done in a different way where you control a single unit.
Yeah, it was
And
free on Xbox a while ago.
yeah, and then like there's different classes, and each class has different towers it can put down. And then as well as putting down towers, you can choose to either go tower damage or actual hero damage, where your hero does more damage. Um,
Cool.
and it was just a really cool concept and executed really well, and it was just an incredibly fun game.
Well, fuck, what was the game I was thinking of? It was like a dungeon crawler, but you're the bad guy, and you're trying to set traps and like you drop down bad guys for the quote
Uh,
unquote heroes to get
there's
through.
a new Fable game or something.
No,
That's
no,
like,
no, it's not. No, it's not
so
Fable.
it's an old one.
I've got an
No, it's
iPad game
only.
that's quite similar to what you're
I
describing, but it's
yeah,
an Adult Swim game.
I've definitely heard, if not played, something like that, but it's not
It was
the
a. It was
name's
a.
not coming to me.
It was a Steam game.
Yeah,
Yeah, the name's
I
not
can't
coming
quite
to me.
remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess moving on, like, I don't. Has anyone else got anything to talk about?
Oh, Danielle and
Yeah, Danielle and Sandy can probably
Sandy.
talk about their replayable games.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Diablo is a fun game to
Yes,
replay.
very.
Diablo, yeah.
Oh,
Diablo,
I actually just got Diablo 3 for the one today, and I was playing that. I keep cutting people off because I have things to say. I'm very sorry, but yeah, I just got Diablo 3, and I've been running around, running amok as my wizard. So yeah, sorry. Go ahead, ladies.
I was
Oh.
just gonna say that I've got Diablo 3 on the PC, and the worst part about that is no one has it on the freaking PC.
I have it on PC. I'm
Oh,
going
thank
to
God, I finally found someone I can play with, hopefully.
I'm going to go out and get Reaper of Souls soon.
Yeah, I'm the same, man. I want to get it
And
soon.
yeah, it's I bought that, and it's kind of the first MMO RPG, that kind of game that I've properly played.
Yeah, I'm the same, man.
Um,
I've, like, really enjoyed it.
yeah, it's just really fun.
I actually played when we had Game Masters Expo in Melbourne last year, and I went, and they had it on the Alienware computers they had set up.
Oh,
I'm just gonna point out I hate Alienware, so don't even bother trying to reason with me on that. But yeah, I played that game for probably a good 2 hours before I actually stopped.
yeah.
But yeah, Danielle, replayable game. What's your
Uh,
favorite?
Not so much replayable, but a few games that I put a lot of time in to would be like I played the Pokemon Emerald on Game Boy Advance.
Yep.
I
Hmm.
put 300 or something hours into it in less than a year. And
Yep.
Yeah,
that was back when I was in school. So that was a lot of time.
Yep.
yeah. I think I've currently got on my Pokemon X. No, I got Y actually. Pokemon Y. I have 176, and that was like within a couple months after it coming out.
I don't even want to know how many hours I've spent on Pokemon.
Yeah, it's scary.
I
It all
think my
adds up.
10-year-old brother's sitting on about 300 on his Pokemon Y.
Oh, imagine if we added together like all the Pokemon playtime.
That'd be interesting.
If there was like some algorithm for all the hours that everyone on the planet has played Pokemon, and to see like how many like millions of years that would add up to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Really long time.
yeah.
Well, I guess then we'll move on to the final topic of this evening, and that, of course, has to be Five Nights at Freddy's.
Mm.
So much stuff in this.
How many of you guys have seen someone play this game?
I've seen multiple
I've
playthroughs.
yeah.
Nope.
I've been too chicken
Rob,
to
get on
actually
it.
play it myself. So
How many people? What was your reaction when you watched someone play it?
Oh, it's one of those games that builds up a lot of tension, but watching someone play it, like you can see that obviously they're getting very tense about it, but mostly their reactions are funny because they do get quite so worked up,
Mm.
but it doesn't seem scary.
Yeah, me myself, I don't find it very scary. Like I've been laughing at pretty much everyone I've seen playing it. Like, because some people are funny about it, but then like even my friend who's like never seen that game before, even when the characters were jumping up on the screen, we were just laughing at it because they were like awesome. Like if I had the option, I would actually buy all the animatronic dolls and live with them in my house at night.
Oh no.
That's just weird.
no, please.
Why?
I don't know why it's like horror used to get me, but I think like I've just kind of grown out of it.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't do
really
too
bad
well
with
with.
horror.
Yeah, I don't do too well with horror either.
Yeah.
It's
How,
one.
With Five Nights at Freddy's, even just watching it, I felt uneasy because it somehow chose to watch it at night with the
Yeah.
Mm.
lights off, which was just, and
I
I don't
think if I
know.
had to have any of the animatronic dolls in my house, though, it would have to be the chicken.
No, I would have the fox.
Yeah, well, it's a tie between the
Oh
fox and the
no.
chicken for me, but the
The,
chicken's kind of creepier, so
What
I'd
does the
keep that
fox
in there.
say?
oh.
Blue ones.
The biggest thing about Five Nights at Freddy's that obviously makes it scary is the fact that they move and you lose track of them, and you do only have that certain amount of power to protect yourself. And I guess it gets to the point where you physically can't do anything, and it's like a lot of other games. Normally, you can run away or you can fight back, but
Yeah.
you're stuck there.
Okay, for people like myself and other people who may be listening who may not be aware of how the game works, would any of you like to explain that?
Danielle, would you like to take the lead on this
Am I
one?
taking this one?
Yep, you take this one.
So basically, the whole point of it is you're like a night shift worker, and you've got to watch the place at night. And you have a battery limit on how much power you can use. So basically, the animatronics get up and they move around at night, and if they find you, they try and turn you
So
into an
you're so you're like in a fun house or something? You're like the
You're at Freddy's, like
It's called Freddy's, so it's like a Chuck E. Cheese.
yeah, it's like Chuck
Oh,
E.
okay, right. Okay, gotcha.
And so you have all these different views and different cameras that you can look around and see where things are and if the animatronics have moved. And you have two doorways either side of you where they can come and get you. So you've got to follow them, and they'll move at different rates, and you'll have to try and find them and make sure that they don't come to you. And if they do come to you, you have to close the doors so that they can't attack you. But everything you do uses up power, and you've got to make it through the night without using up your power and dying, basically.
Okay. So
I'm not
basically,
sure what the time rate is, but it's like you have to survive between in game. You have to survive between 12 a.m. and 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's not very long. I'd say it's about 5 to 10 minutes. It's like very short.
okay, and then it's sort of, and then you just start over again, sort of like Stanley Parable sort of thing.
Well, yeah,
Well, you go night 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's a sixth night as well.
there's 5 nights at Freddy's that you've got to get through, and each night it gets progressively worse. Like they'll start moving more, they'll start being faster, and a different character called the Fox starts to come out, and he literally, if you don't look at him enough, he will just literally run in and kill you, basically. So
And they're also when you get to it's around I'm not sure what the mark is because I haven't played it personally yet. Like I've got it, but their animatronics, like when they're in certain places, they'll like start twitching, like their heads will twitch
yeah,
constantly, and they'll mess with the cameras. So
yeah, they
I remember watching someone playing the other day, and the rabbit character put "I'm here" up on the camera feed. So they'll do this whole bunch of other creepy stuff to try and get you, and like you'll see the fox running down one of the hallways.
Yeah, and if you have you have like a tablet that the camera feeds are on, and you block your view with that every time you check the cameras. So if you have the cameras up too long, they can eventually just appear in front of you. So next time you put it down, you die, sort of thing.
Okay. Hmm. So it's sort of like
Um,
it basically like stuff like Slender and Outlast have really like opened the floodgates for this
yeah,
sort of type
Yeah,
of game.
What I'm
That's
kind of getting from what you're explaining, so it's kind of like Amnesia cross Outlast.
yeah, Amnesia. Thank you. That was
yeah.
yeah.
So
A
it's
Basically,
kind of
machine
like
for pigs.
it's kind of like you can't defend yourself. You just kind of have to hide.
well,
Yeah,
you can't even move. Like all you can do is shut the door to stop them getting in.
and like
Okay.
you have to turn the light on to see if they're there because you won't be able to see they're there without turning the light on.
Yeah, so
Okay.
like your cameras have blind spots, and you got to turn the light on to see if they're outside the door. Which, when you do it, it can be a bit of a jump scare.
Right.
Because you got to turn the light on, and then shut the door, and after a bit they'll go away, and like you'll be able to tell if they've gone away because you can turn the light on again, and like there's a the light's
Shadow.
positioned
Yeah,
so there's a shadow, and you can see
Mm.
if they're there or not. But the
Okay.
chicken, when it comes up to the door, like stands right in the window.
Oh.
it's very off-putting.
I'm just looking at it on Steam here. Popular user defined tags: horror, indie, cute.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
Fox does look.
I
Hmm.
think that's the perfect description for it, really.
Hmm.
Because
really
I think
depends on
it's
the
greenlit
person.
now, isn't it? Or
that's
it's in the
probably like
process of being greenlit.
I think those are the tags that most people would put on all of my ex-girlfriends as well. But
Hey, funny guy Rob. So I guess that
but
kind of
but
wraps.
um
Sorry.
yeah, also like with the Five Nights at Freddy's, the sort of like the looking around sort of thing, like the jump screen searchy horror thing. Have any of y'all seen any stuff? I don't have a PS4, so I've only been able to watch videos myself of PT.
That's
Yeah.
the Silent Hill, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
as
the
as I mentioned
teaser
earlier,
kind of thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like an interactive trailer, which to
Yeah.
me is like fucking awesome. And
I've
yeah, I
only
watched a
watched a
video like
little bit
actually
about it.
right before I came into this podcast, I was watching a video of a dude doing it, and I was like, I might have to go and buy a PS4.
My brother's got a PS4, so I might go see what it's
Well,
all about.
I'm kind of mad now because I bought Five Nights at Freddy's on the Thingo page that you had to buy it off originally, and they've literally just put it up on Steam today.
Yeah, I just saw it. Yeah, it's $5.
Like
I
I
saw
bought it for the same price, but now I want it on Steam. I don't want it on that other one.
I did the same thing with fucking Thomas Was Alone. By the way, Thomas Was Alone is an awesome game. I bought that like independently from the site, and then I saw it was on Steam for even less. It was like I think it was $10 from the site, and it was like $5 on Steam. But yeah, Thomas Was Alone, really good game. Check it out.
Um, Someone mentioned like green lighting before.
Me, yeah.
This green light game, which don't quote me on it, but I think it was the fastest game ever to be greenlit, is called Super Hot. And it's a first-person shooter where time only progresses when you move.
So basically,
So
if you're
you'll be
standing
walking,
still, everything's frozen.
yeah, oh, not quite frozen. It's very, very minimal speed. So what happens is you walk into a room and see three bullets coming at you, and you can rotate and shoot a bullet at one guy, then rotate again, shoot a bullet at another guy, and then move, and those bullets will then progress faster as you move and kill them. And it's
Okay.
just there was this demo of it. I think it was superhot.com, I want to say, or just look up Superhot. You can play
Yeah, I'm
like a
having a look at it on the greenlit thing at the moment, and it
yeah,
looks quite interesting. Like it's not
yeah.
it
It's
like doesn't
and
have
it's not like really textured. It's like white and the bullets are red and the enemies are red.
yeah, and they've got like glasses on.
Yeah, and it's a really amazing concept, and it got greenlit really quickly, and so I want to see what they do with it because it looks like from like I played the demo of it, and it is really fun and sort of being able to walk into a room and be able to stop in the dead center and analyze the whole thing without time progressing was really cool.
So it's
Well,
like
it ended.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it ended up on Kickstarter, and it actually like the goal was $100,000, and they raised $250,000 for the game.
Wow, that's
So
awesome.
like the stretch goals were like fund the game at 100, then 120 was better animations, 150 was speedrun mode, 200,000 was replay mode, and 230,000 was new game.
Oh,
So
okay.
this game's like it's been spoken about by Wired, Nerd3 Gaming, or Nerd
Nerd
Squared
cube,
Gaming, or whatever you call it, Cubed.
cubed.
Rock Paper Shotgun have talked about it, whole bunch, and like they've won awards already for a game that isn't even out.
Yeah, yeah.
What is the cube of 3? Anybody?
9.
Anybody?
27, I think.
Oh wait.
And on that note, I think we'll end the podcast
What?
here, guys.
What is the cube of 3, Rob?
27.
Okay, there you go.
What's the
27.
square root of 64?
8.
It's a number.
Thank you, Rob. And on that note, guys, I think we will end the podcast here. Thanks for tuning in to the Achievement Diggers podcast, and we'll hope to see you next week. Bye, guys.
See you guys.
Bye. Sorry, Sandy and
Bye.
Danielle, that you didn't get to talk.
That's all right.
Sorry
Bye.
for Rob's misbehavior.
And bad jokes.
I don't apologize for myself.
Alrighty, bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.